What's going on, everyone? My name is Andrew, and welcome to Real Estate Basics. This is episode number 6, and today we'll be going over my Excel calculator for cash flow and cash on cash return for short-term rentals. Very similar to the single-family rental and multifamily rental calculators. This is split into 3 separate tabs. This first tab just goes over what your outputs are going to be from this calculator. The second tab talks about your inputs, gives you a little bit more amplifying information to help you identify what you need to put in each of those cells. And the cells that require your input are going to be highlighted in this pinkish color. Now onto the calculator itself. Go ahead and put up your property address up top. That way if you have multiple tabs going, you can keep track of what property you're looking at. Now this calculator, how it's split up is basically 4 separate columns that analyze 4 different purchase prices, as well as down here, multiple nightly rates that you think you can get for this short-term rental. That way you can quickly see, based on a range of purchase prices and a range of rental values, where the numbers make sense for this property. So go ahead and start up top. Put in the purchase prices which you think you might be able to get for this property. Then come over here to our down payment. You put in a percentage, which is going to be dictated by your lender if you are going with a loan. But for a conventional loan, it's typically 25% of the purchase price. Then you have your closing costs. Again, a percentage of your purchase price, typically between 3 to 5%. Highlighted in blue, we have our cash to close, such as the summation of your down payment and your closing costs. Below that, we have our repairs or rehab. If we anticipate doing that for this unit, you can go ahead and put that value in here. You only need to put it in once because the other cells will grab that for you. Below that, we have our total cash in. So this is a summation of your cash to close and your repair amount. Now we get into our monthly payment. So you can see here our loan amount and our loan interest rate. Now, just like the single family and multifamily calculators, this is revision 1, and it assumes a 30-year fixed rate loan. Revision 2, amongst other things, will give you the option to change the terms of the loan. So we have our principal and interest. Then we have our property taxes. This is a percentage of the purchase price that you expect to pay annually for this property. And this cell will divide that out into monthly payments. Then we have our insurance. So over here, put your annual insurance premium. And this cell will divide that out for you. Then if you anticipate paying for any of the utilities, or if you have an HOA fee, you can put those values in here. And right below that, we have our monthly total payment. Now coming down over here, we have a range of nightly rates. I like to look at comps, which you can get from your realtor or your property manager, and put in a range of values from the highest to the lowest based on the comps. And then what this column does here is it takes that and multiplies it by 30 to get that into a monthly effective rate. Now it does assume 30 nights. Now I know not every single month has 30 nights, but for simplicity's sake, it assumes 30 nights. If you are using a service like Airbnb or VRBO, they will charge you a fee. You can input the percentage of your nightly rate, which they charge right here. And these cells will update or calculate that for you. And last but not least, don't forget about your monthly reserves. We have our maintenance, repairs, our vacancy, and our CapEx. Now, unlike unlike single family and multifamily, your vacancy is typically going to be a lot higher in short term. It's safe to assume 30%, especially if you are in an area that has peak seasons, because come that off-peak season, when you're barely getting any rentals, you're going to wish you had set aside more for reserves. But at any rate, you can input whatever you see fit here, and the calculator will pull that value for you. Now to good stuff, we have our cash flow. You can see here in monthly and in annual. And right next to that, we have our cash on cash return on investment. Now we have some conditional formatting going on here, which is the red, orange, yellow, and green, just to help visualize where the numbers make sense to you for this property. You can change what those colors do based on the range over here. So say, you know what, I don't want to get a cash on cash return anywhere less than 15%. You can do that. Put in 15%. And now only cash on cash returns that are above 15% will highlight in green. You can change that for these other colors as well, and Excel will automatically update. And that's it for this calculator. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. The link for this calculator will be down in the description below. If you have any issues downloading this calculator, please let me know by leaving a comment, and I will fix the issue as fast as I can. And that's all. So until next time, take care.